Good morning, my esteemed friends. I wish to introduce to you with electrical measuring instrument we call multimeter. So in this multimeter, we have parts of this multimeter. We will be identifying the parts. Then first is what we call the probe. This probe has two ends. We have the input and we have the output. At this output, you see that it has a tip where contact can be made to any electrical point that you want to take the measurement. This equipment or instrument is capable of measuring the resistance of any object. Resistance is when you see it that there is no conductivity. And we can also use it to measure two types of voltages. We have DC volts and we have AC voltage. In DC voltage, you see it, the kind of voltages that are coming from our batteries. All those ones that are coming from such cells is known as DC voltage. And the one that is coming from NEPA is known as AC voltages. Now, at this point, this multimeter contains this part. One, the first of which is rotary switch. In this rotary switch, this is what you can use to make your selection, to measure anything you may wish to, any quantity. At this sign that you look at, like this, it is ohm for measuring the resistance. Now, at this point, from here, you see what looks at this sign is when you want to check if there is continuity of any wires, or where you are trying to ascertain that there is a continuous in connection. You can do that. Now, for this, you can observe that there is small dot here. This small dot is showing you exactly what you are selecting. And you have this yellow button here, which is the power button. In this power button, if you press it, you're going to see on position. And once it turns on, then you can measure anything. But before you measure, there are ports here. As you can see at this point, you see common. And at this point, you see AC, DC. So in either of these, you are going to connect your red probe on this when you see V, ohm, and diode, which is continuity, if you want to measure any continuity. So as you can see from here, you see you measure the continuity, you measure current is also here. Then at this point you see that you measure the voltage, you measure the ohms, and this is your diode. So you are going to place your black probe on this common. That means it is the ground. So in this case, this equipment is very important in the sense that it can be used to measure the actual voltage that is working or that is passing through electrical circuit. So even if you are not electricians, you are somebody that make use of electrical equipment or apparatus at home, this device is very important if you should have it. Because one, a circuit can be used with this in order to ascertain if there is power supply without saying or without being convinced that you are not sure that there will be light. This can help you to be sure of that, and this is very, very important. So this gadget is very important. In our subsequent videos, we will begin to measure some of the parameters, some of the equipment we have listed, so that from there we can also learn how to use it. Thank you.